Hello, my name is Lilyvet and I am with Flow for Balance. Today we're going to do a yin yoga class for your central nervous system. For yin yoga, what you're going to need is a blanket, a bolster, and perhaps a couple of blocks. If you do not have a bolster, sofa cushions will do, or a couple of pillows, or you can even stack a few blankets. If you do not have blocks, you can always use a couple of thick books and you'll be ready to go. To get started, go ahead and come into easy pose. You can get seated on your bolster to lift up your hips or your cushions. Go ahead and bring your palms to your laps, shoulders over the hips. Gently close your eyes. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And now coming to a natural breath flow, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Jiggle your jaw to release any tension that you might be holding. Release any gripping in your eyebrows or your forehead. Just relax your face. And while you're here, go ahead and set an intention for your practice. Remember that your intention doesn't need to be anything complicated. It can be something as simple as the word relax or breathe. It can also be a sentence that you repeat to yourself, such as, I know I can hold this pose, or I am strong. Whatever it is, it can be something that connects your pose to your breath, coming back to your intention, full circle in your practice. Whatever you do, make sure that you are practicing with kindness and compassion and only doing whatever benefits your body the most. In yin yoga, we are working deep into those plastic tissues. Sometimes it takes us a bit of a time to really get into those tissues. So you need to utilize your breath. And at times, if you feel like you need to back off a little bit, you can do that. Or as you surrender into the pose, really working with your breath and your intention, you can feel your tissues releasing, letting you go deeper into that pose. Try to leave the critic outside of the room where you are practicing and off of your mat, and become the observer. Take a nice inhale, and then on the exhale, gently open your eyes. Let's go ahead and take that right hand, tent your fingertips down. Inhale the left arm up. And then on the exhale, let's get a neck stretch to start off. We won't be here long. Inhale the left arm up. And then exhale, take it down. Inhale the left arm up. Right arm, excuse me. And then exhale, coming down. Your left fingertips are tenting down beside you, feeling an extended stretch along the left side of the neck. Inhale the arms up, and then exhale down. Let's go ahead and roll the shoulders back. Inhale the arms up, and then exhale, release. Inhale up, and exhale, release. Just getting a nice little release of the shoulders and the neck. Inhale up, and exhale, release. When you do yin yoga, you don't have to warm up the muscles. Yin yoga is best practiced with your muscles cold, as opposed to restorative yoga, which is practiced with your muscles warm. Okay. So we're going to come into supported Baddha Konasana. So you're going to take your bolster or your cushions and you're going to take them lengthwise, so long alongside your mat. So nice and long. You can have a blanket up top for your head if you'd like, otherwise nothing at the top. You're going to make sure that your sacrum is supported on your bolster. We're going to be in this pose for 4 minutes. I will always tell you how long you are in each pose. You're going to bring the soles of the feet together up top. Palms of the hands are going to be up. Fingers are relaxed. Tuning into your breath. Allowing your hips to just open up and release. Remember to relax the face. If you need to, just jiggle your jaw to release any tension out of the jaw. And really tune in to that exhale, so that as you exhale, you're really tuning into your central nervous system's rest and digest portion of your central nervous system, which allows you to really relax. Because there's no need for you to be on guard or alert. You have 1.5 minutes remaining in this pose. try to just relax the belly and take the breath all the way down into the belly. Gently go ahead and start to push your knees up in the center, coming out of this pose. And then bring your knees in toward your chest. And just allow your knees to remain here for just a few seconds as your body adjusts to the change in this pose. We're going to do a few cat-cows to release from this pose. So you're going to go ahead and come off and slip down to one side, and then you'll push yourself up. Remove the bolster. And if you're on hardwood floor, you'll want to go ahead and place the blanket along the mat to give a little more cushion to your knees so that you can come into child's pose. You can make this supported child's pose where you can place either a bolster underneath you or more blankets or even a block underneath your forehead, or you can just go ahead and come into extended child's pose, and we will be in this pose for 4 minutes. So big toes together. Let's do our cat-cows first. So let's get wrists and shoulders in line with one another and knees and hips in line with one another. Let's release the back from what we just did. And so go ahead and inhale, tailbone up, belly down, crown of the head up. And then exhale, arching the back, looking toward the back of your mat, and follow your breath to your movement, which may be different than mine, and that is perfectly fine. Last one here. And now, big toes together. Knees nice and far apart. If you want to go ahead and have a block for your forehead, you can go ahead and do that. And you can bring your arms forward, and we can go ahead and start 4 minutes. Remember that as your body starts to surrender into each pose, you may find that you don't want the blocks and that you may want to go ahead and let your body come down even further into each pose. Really feel how your hips are compressing and allowing you to bring your weight down into your hips and go further down toward the mat. Feel how you can get your chest closer to the mat. Remember to connect your breath to this pose and to the intention, while at the same time only doing what benefits your body the most. You have a little less than 2 minutes remaining in this pose now. Gently start to lift your head and walk your hands back toward your knees. And then bring your knees together. Come into Thunderbolt. Let's do a counter pose. And then bring your hands behind you and lift and look up. And then nice deep inhale and exhale, come back to center. The next pose is one of my favorite poses, and it's fish pose. You're going to take your bolster and you're going to take it the long way onto your mat. Make sure that you don't have anything that is in the way of your sides, where you're going to go ahead and extend your arms out to the sides. And then if you would like, you can have a blanket at the bottom where you're going to go ahead and sit and put your glutes. So you're going to come right up against your bolster. And you're going to lay back. And you're going to extend your arms out. So choice at the end for your legs. You can either bring the soles of the feet together, or you can go ahead and extend your legs out and just let your feet open out naturally. So whatever you would like to do here, Your head is going to be with your eyes looking up toward the ceiling. Of course, you can close your eyes here. And we're going to be here for another 4 minutes. Feel how your lower back starts to unknit itself and start to release. How your chest starts to open up. Your arms are nice and open in this supported fish pose. To maintain your face nice and relaxed. This is truly a journey inward. We're not really going anywhere off of our mats except into ourselves. Sometimes those are the best journeys that we can take. You have about 52 seconds left in this pose. And gently start to bring your legs in. Bring them a little wider than hip width apart and start to slowly windshield wiper your legs. These are nice, intentional, slow, purposeful moves because you don't want to immediately come out of a pose and jerk out of a pose because you don't want to hurt yourself. Your plastic tissues have really been stretching and coming down into this pose, so you don't want to come out of it too quickly. So go ahead and turn to whichever side you prefer, and then after you have turned to one side, you want to go ahead and push yourself up. We're going to go ahead and come into a supported bridge pose. You can either use a block or you can use your bolster. I'm going to use my bolster, and I'm going to use my bolster to where I have its widest form along the mat. I'm going to come on top, and then I'm going to let my upper body come down. Let me go ahead and set this alarm first. So my sacrum is on top. I'm going to go ahead and leave my left leg down, and then I'm going to bring my right leg up. This is going to be one way to do this, and then I'm going to extend my left leg all the way down. If this pose is a little too difficult for you to hold, and what you want to do in this supported bridge pose is to just leave that right leg down in bridge and then extend the left leg. You can do that as well. So you're just looking up at the ceiling. Arms are out, palms are up, fingers are relaxed. This is modification number 1. And then the other pose is to bring the knee in and just hold that knee into the chest, extending your left leg down. All right, we will be here for 3 minutes. So each side, 3 minutes. If you are suffering from back pain, either one of these poses, modification 1 or 2, is really, really good for you. Remember that in yin, you don't want to flex the toes and maintain your legs really active. You want to just relax everything. You have 1.5 minutes remaining in this pose. last 30 seconds. So taking a nice inhale and then bringing your opposite knee into your chest if you can. If not, just go ahead and then bring both feet flat on your mat and then windshield wiper your legs. Coming into the opposite leg. So extending your right leg all the way down the mat. You're either going to leave your left foot with the sole of the foot on the mat, or you're going to bring that left knee into your chest. We're going to be here for 3 minutes. Remember to maintain your face relaxed. Jiggle your jaw if you need to. Relax your forehead. Your breaths are even. And you are connecting your pose to your breath, to your intention. And we are asymmetrical, so you may be feeling this side a little different than the opposite side. Go ahead and slowly bring both knees into your chest. Or you can windshield wiper the legs. This next pose, you can either use a block underneath your sacrum where your bolster is right now, or you can just stay where you are with your bolster underneath your sacrum. And we're going to come into waterfall. where we go ahead and lift the legs up. You could also, if you wanted to, go to a wall and just do legs up the wall if you preferred. Legs up the wall is a great pose to do if you have trouble sleeping. Now you would do that pose for longer than the 3 minutes that we are going to be in the pose. You could do that for 10, 15 minutes and just keep your legs up the wall and then slowly bring your legs down. We are here for 3 minutes. Palms are up, fingers are relaxed. Just allow your legs to stay up. Let that blood flow come down and pull down. Like I said, if you have any trouble sleeping, this would be ideal to just put your legs up the wall before going to sleep, about 30 minutes or so. Before you are headed to bed, do this for about 10 or 15 minutes. I know some people that do it just a little longer than that, and they really love it. It's part of their routine. But remember, we are all individuals. Some people like certain poses and then other people don't, so it's all a matter of preference. But while you are here, remember to just relax. Tune into that exhale. Try to really dig deep down into that central nervous system's rest and digest to calm down and relax. We are headed toward our final pose after this pose. You have about 50 seconds remaining in this pose. And slowly bringing your knees and taking them toward your chest. You can clasp your knees here. Let's stay here for about 3 or 4 breaths. And then you want to go ahead and gently bring your feet down. Just like we did in those other poses where we go ahead and shift our body to one side, you'll want to do the same thing here. And then gently push yourself up. You want to go ahead and remove the bolster. If you want to leave that bolster so that you have support underneath your knees for your final pose, Shavasana, you can do that. And if you want to use the blanket to cover yourself up, which a lot of people love to do after they've been practicing yin yoga, you can do that as well. It's always a bit of a comforting thing to do. Let's go ahead and take those 3 cleansing breaths, just like we did at the beginning of this practice, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And now, coming to a natural breath flow, slowly shimmy your shoulders away from your ears to make sure that you're not crowding your ears and your shoulders together. Jiggle your jaw to release any tension. And then just feel the weight of your body just falling into your mat. As you feel the heaviness of your body surrendering into the mat, feel the floor beneath you providing you groundedness and stability. At the same time that you feel yourself heavy into the floor, also feel a lightness lifting up from the mat. In that lightness, feel a sense of wellness, stability, balance, calm, and focus. Start to become aware of any body sensations you might be feeling. Any tension, tightness. Tingling pressure. Also start becoming aware of your breath. Where do you feel your breath the most? Do you feel it in the nostrils, the chest, belly? Remember, there is no wrong answer here. You're simply becoming aware of your body sensations and your breath. just contemplate on something that you might be grateful for today. Whether it's your health, the roof over your head, a partner, a spouse, a pet, any relationship. Whatever it is, just contemplate quietly on gratitude. And now start to wiggle your fingers and toes to bring some awareness back into your body. And then go ahead and take a deep inhale and take your arms overhead for a full body stretch. And then on the exhale, go ahead and bring your arms down beside you and completely let your body relax. For these next 2 or 3 breaths, either bring your knees into your chest or go ahead and turn onto your side into fetal position. Whatever you feel you need to do to your body, for your body, these next 2 or 3 breaths before we come to the conclusion of our practice in a seated position. And now coming into a seated position, into rest easy pose. Let's go ahead and inhale the arms all the way up. And then on the exhale, twist the wrists on the way down to release any tension that you might be holding. Inhale the arms all the way up. And then on the exhale, bring your hands to heart center, thumbs to sternum. It has been my pleasure serving you today. I hope that you feel calm yet empowered and also relaxed. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat, and I hope to see you soon for another yoga class or even a meditation. The teacher, the light, the love, and the imperfections in me honor, acknowledge, and accept the teacher, the light, the love, and the imperfections in you. Namaste. Have an amazing day. Until next time. My name's Lilybet, and this is Flow for Balance. Take care.